I just thought I'd make a quick video just showing you how to use your account on More. You're going to learn this in the lab next week, but this way you've got a video in case you ever get stuck on it. So if you just go to the Avenue course shell underneath content, underneath resources here, there's the More server account setup link. It's also in the slides for the second lecture and for your first lab next week. But if you click on this link, what it'll do is take you to this URL here, cas.mcmaster.ca/macid. And if you enter in your Mac ID and then your password, the same that you would use to get to your email or to log on to your email or to log into Mosaic, then what it'll do is it'll set up an account for you on the More server with your Mac ID and your password. And it should pop up with a message like this saying that your CAS password has been changed to match your Mac ID password, and then an email has been sent to you about it. Once you've done that, it should be set up for you. And you should be able to go to, on a Mac anyways, the terminal. Or if you're on a Linux machine, just go to your terminal there. And then you should be able to say, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger because why not? And then you should just be able to say SSH. So SSH, your Mac ID, and then you put in more.mcmaster.ca. So SSH, your username, which is, so SSH, and then your username, which is your Mac ID, then and then more, MOOER.mcmaster.ca. And then you hit enter, and you put in your password, the same one you entered. And at that point, you should be then logged on to the More server. And you're just accessing that server now at this point with a bash shell. And this is a little bash shell here for you. So you shouldn't have anything in your home directory initially. It should be empty. But this is where you can play around with different bash commands and try them out. And this is more important if you're on Windows where you don't have access to a bash shell. But this is where you can play around with things. And if you run PS, for example, you should be able to see that it's a bash shell that's running. So anyways, this is how you would do it on a Mac. This is how you'd access your More server on a Mac. Linux, very, very similar. And I'll make a similar video to this just to show you how to do it on Windows with PuTTY.